Excitement. Tension. Having a laugh. The opposite sex. Most importantly, give your friends.
Friends Like These. A new series starts tomorrow at 6:50 on BBC One.
Everything you'd expect from a Saturday night with your mates.
From countryside raves to global domination, today's clubbers have come a long way. Presented by top-name DJs, Choice World Clubbing is the definitive guide to the best nightlife around the world. The cost of clubbing, the best bars, the best hangouts, the fashion, the culture. Choice World Clubbing, Wednesdays at 10:30 on BBC Choice and Fridays at 12:55 on BBC Two.
Here on BBC One now, the weather with Sarah Wilmshurst.
Hello and welcome to Weatherview. There's been some very unsettled weather and windy weather too across northern Europe recently. You can see a lot of cloud here on the satellite picture, and there have also been quite a few showers around across central parts of the Mediterranean. But it looks like these showers are going to push towards the east in the next couple of days, so that although Athens could have 1 or 2 showers around through Saturday, it should be dry and fine here on Sunday. And it also looks like it'll be fine in Madrid with temperatures as high as 20 to 23 degrees. But further north, and things are very much more unsettled. Moscow's much cooler than it has been. Temperatures by Sunday will only be as high as 5 degrees Celsius. In Berlin, it should be dry and fine throughout the weekend, but London really does look set to be very unsettled. So let's have a look at the weather back home in the United Kingdom. And there's some very unsettled and very windy weather for most of us coming for the next 3 days. Now, it's all down to a deep area of low pressure in the Atlantic. We're going to see one bump of low pressure pushing northwards through the rest of tonight and into tomorrow to bring some wet and windy weather. That spell of wet, windy weather will move away before the next area of low pressure steams in from the west through Sunday and Monday. Now look at the tightness of these isobars here, really tightly packed together. It's going to be an exceedingly windy weekend in many areas, and we'll start to see those winds picking up later on tonight and throughout the day on Saturday, all circulating around an area of low pressure, strong to gale force winds in many areas. And as that low pressure pushes towards the northeast through Sunday and another one forms on Monday to push northeastwards, it really looks like it could be quite stormy, particularly in some southern and central areas. So we are watching for some really stormy weather through the next 3 days. Gusts could well be in excess of 70 miles an hour, and the rivers are already very full in many areas. So I think with further pulses of heavy rain, there's a distinct risk of some localised flooding. So certainly a high risk of disruption across much of the United Kingdom throughout the next 3 days, coupling that heavy rain with the gusts of wind of over 70 miles an hour, perhaps the highest risk of disruption in these more western areas. So we'll start to see the first of the wet weather pushing northwards through the rest of tonight. A few showers too towards the northwest, but many northern areas will stay dry with clear spells, and this is where it's going to turn quite chilly. Temperatures dropping as low as around 2 to 4 degrees. And many of these northern areas will have a dry and fine morning, but the wet and windy weather will push northwards through the morning and into the afternoon, probably not getting into northern Scotland until the evening. But at the same time, it should brighten up across more southwestern areas with some squally showers, with temperatures around 13 to 15 degrees. So a stormy night on Saturday night through these central areas, that wet, very windy weather only slowly moving northwards through Sunday, leaving behind squally showers before the next batch of wet and stormy weather pushes in from the west later on Sunday, pushing eastwards through Monday. That's the weather.
His family needed him.
He's never said, "I love you."
He wasn't there.
When did you stop being her dad?
His uncle warned him.
You brought chaos this afternoon.
He didn't listen.
You're putting your obsession for some knackered old hearse before your daughter's personal happiness.
Temptations at every turn.
That was gorgeous.
You have to take a leap into the dark.
And he couldn't resist.
I want that motor, Murray.
Let your old pal Mickey get you the stiff mobile.
The Sins continues Tuesday 9:10 BBC One.
This Saturday night on BBC One, Ant and Dec turn up the pressure in a battle of the sexes.
They want to watch it because we're good with balls.
Friends Like These at 6:50. In the National Lottery Stars at 7:45, Dale Winton presents sizzling acts, including Tom Jones and Sinead O'Connor.
I'm a nuts and bolts man. Without me, you two are just street cleaners.
And in Casualty at 8:05, Patrick learns a lesson when he steps into the hot seat.
Don't go to sleep with me, George, Mr. Bryan.
Temperatures are soaring this Saturday night on BBC One.
you doing all that for at this time of night?
Oh, I suddenly remembered it's tomorrow that cleaning woman's coming. I don't want her to find the place looking like a pigsty.
The whole point about getting a cleaner was to give you a rest.
Oh, there's something about her that makes me feel very inadequate. If she kept her clothes on while she was here, it would be a start.
The final series continues.
Boiling now.
1 Foot in the Grave. Monday at 9 on BBC One.
Family life at its most basic and brutal now in BBC One's late-night horror, The Baby.